Let's talk about the parts of the guitar, right? This is an acoustic guitar here, and it's very simple. We have a body, right? This whole area here is called the body. Then we have the neck, right? This is called the head. These little pieces here, these are called the tuners, right? This is where you tune the guitar. This little piece here is called the nut, right? These are the strings, of course, right? This is called the bridge. This is called the pick guard. This is called the sound hole, right? This is where the sound of the instrument comes out. And then these little rectangles here, these are important. These are the frets, right? So this whole area here is fret number 1, number 2, number 3, so on. You know? This guitar here happens to have what's called a cutaway. And that might be nice to climb up here, you know, on the guitar while you're playing. You know, most guitars, it would be sort of like this side, right? So you would stop here, but this one allows you to get a little further into the guitar. And that's it. Those are the parts of the guitar. Let's focus in on the strings. You have 6 strings on a guitar. This highest one here, the thinnest string you have, is the first string. This one's called E. The second string is called B. The third string is called G. The fourth string is called D. The fifth string is called A. And the sixth string is called E. So that's important to know for lots of reasons. One is for tuning. You know, we're going to need to know which string to tune, and most tuners will have the letter corresponding to it. And then also later on when we talk about notes on the guitar, the starting point for each string is going to be important. This is a guitar pick. This is a very simple average one. In fact, they come in different thicknesses. This one is medium. Some come heavy, they call them heavy, or soft, you know, or thin. But this is the plain old regular, and it's got a little point to it, and that's the side that you want to hit the guitar strings with. And to me, this is just an extension of your hand or your first finger. You know, I hold it between my first finger and thumb, and with the pointy side facing the guitar, of course. Now, some people, they feel comfortable with 2 fingers and the thumb. Eddie Van Halen, I think, plays like that a little bit. To me, it puts me in an awkward position, so I like it just plain old regular. And then some folks, you know, they don't even use a pick. You know, I see John Mayer on MTV, and he's just using his thumb and fingers, you know, to play. But I think for most people, the most common way to do it is just to hold it between your first finger and thumb, with the pointy side in, like an extension of your first finger. That's it. That's how you hold a guitar pick. So when you buy an acoustic guitar, this one happens to be a steel string, your basic American folk guitar. Just like electric guitars, there's the whole range, right? So this is a very good brand. This is a Taylor, very well known. Taylor and Martin are very good steel string acoustic guitar companies. Some come with electronics. You can plug it into an amplifier or into a PA system if you're playing a coffee house or something. Some come with a cutaway like this one does, so that you can reach the higher level of the guitar here. The nice thing about an acoustic guitar is you could just bring it to the park. You don't need any cables or anything. You just bring your guitar and you can just start playing it right there, you know. Another kind of guitar is a nylon string guitar. These can run the whole price range, right? This is actually a pretty expensive guitar. This is made in Spain. This is your basic European folk guitar. If you're worried about how hard it is to play the guitar, this is a nice option because they're softer on your hands, and it has a little softer sound too, so if you live in an apartment or something, this might be a nice way to go. Some really popular brands of cheaper ones. You can get a Yamaha guitar or an Alvarez. These are very good quality instruments, factory made, and they're made overseas, but they're fine instruments. You know, and they're probably pretty cheap, about $100. You can get you a pretty good nylon string guitar that you'll use for a long time. And they're great. You can just take them right to the park and play, and that's it, and have fun. Let's talk about finger exercises. What we're gonna do here is we're trying to get your fingers to work independently of each other, right? So a very simple exercise that we can do sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1, right? You could do that. Now notice I'm stretching across 4 frets at the end there, and I'm leaving them all down. That's important because you really want the sensation of just one finger moving every time, right? Then you can move up one fret and do the same thing. Right? You can just keep moving up the whole guitar neck. Now you're not trying to go fast, you're just trying to make everything work together. That doesn't happen with speed, right? That happens with careful planning, right? Every time, right? Now, once you reach a certain spot on the guitar, it's up to you. I like the 12th fret. We can try and go backwards now, right? So why don't we do the whole thing backwards, which is 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. And same thing, we're gonna move down one fret and do the same thing. 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice and even, right? Doesn't matter how slow you do it. And then all the way down, right? Now, another thing you can do here is we can try and alternate pick. Now, this is not an easy thing. This would be the second level. After you've already mastered that exercise with all down picks, the next thing you might want to try is alternate picking. Remember, that's down, up, or up, down, however you want to think about it, but it's alternating the direction, right? And so now you're adding a whole new level of what you're doing here. Right? Now, that might take a while to put together, so don't get frustrated. It took me a long time to be able to do that. And of course, we could do it backwards, same concept. We're going backwards and alternate picking. And you work your way all the way back down. And it's a great exercise, not only on the first string, you could do it on the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. You could do it while watching TV, reading on the computer. It's a great exercise to gain finger independence. Let's talk about one more finger exercise, and this I actually got from my very first guitar teacher. I was 9 years old. He pulled out a business card with every finger combination you could think of, right? All these numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, all the combinations of 1, 2, 3, 4. And I thought that was so interesting, and what he said to me was, well, when I have nothing else to do, I practice every combination I can think of. So, for instance, 1, 3, 2, 4. Right? So he's going 1, 3, right? Fingers 1, 3, 2, 4. 1, 3, 2, 4. So you can see 1, 3, 2, 4. You could do that all the way up the guitar neck. And then you can work your way backwards. Same combination if you want. 1, 3, 2, 4. Or maybe you want to do the same thing backwards if you like. 4, 2, 3, 1, right? So 4, 2, 3, 1, 4, 2. So for added depth, right, you could alternate your picking, right? Up and down or down and up, however you like. So how about we try 1, 2, 4, 3, right? We'll try 1, 2, 4, 3, and we'll pick up and down, right? So I'm going 1, 2, 4, 3, 1, 2, 4, 3, always alternating, right? So it sounds a little bit like a science project, but that's the whole point. It's not really about music. It's really about you exercising your fingers and trying to gain independence and trying to gain some syncing between the left hand and the right hand. So let's talk about C major. C major, it can be a tricky chord at first to learn. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna put your first finger on the second string, first fret. Then your second finger is gonna go on the fourth string, second fret. And then your third finger is gonna go on the fifth string, third fret. And that's kind of that's the hard part, I think, because that's a little bit of a reach. In fact, I have to really make my finger really bend a little awkwardly in order to get it in there. And I don't want anything to hit the other strings. And this is it. When I strum it, I'm trying to avoid the sixth string. C major. So let's learn D minor. D minor is your first finger is going to go on the first string, first fret. Then your second finger is going to go on the third string, second fret. And then your ring finger is going to be a little bit of a stretch, but you got to get it all the way out here to the second string, third fret. It's going to be a little tricky. right? And then you're trying to be a little careful here with the strumming. You're trying to only hit these last 4, right? If you do hit other ones, it's okay, but you know, these notes aren't in the chord, right? So it sounds a little funny. You know, if you're in the middle of strumming and you hit it, that's okay. But truly, the sound starts from here. D minor. E minor. E minor is, everybody loves E minor, it's a simple chord. So what we're gonna do is put the first finger on the 5th string, 2nd fret, and then just one more finger, it's your 2nd finger. It's gonna go on the 4th string, 2nd fret, and that's it. It's as easy as can be. E minor. Now, you may watch some videos or some people playing in front of you, and me as well. When I was a kid, I learned it with my 2nd and 3rd fingers rather than my 1st and 2nd. That's okay too, you can play it like that. It's E minor, right? But the easiest way is like this, with your 1st and 2nd finger. And here, you don't have to worry about the strumming because you can hit all the strings. E minor. We've come to F major. F major, just like before, can be played with E brought out to the 1st fret. Now this is actually an important one, I think, because to me, this is how I learned how to play bar chords. What happened was F as an open chord was so demanding and I could not get that last one to sound. It just never sounded good, and I knew that I had to learn how to play bar chords. So basically what I told myself is every time I see F, I'm gonna play this bar chord shape that I need to learn how to do anyway. And so this is a very good one to remember, F major, right? And then I can also use the A type. It's a little far away, but here it is at the 8th fret. And here I like to use just my ring finger. F major, bar chord. So how about G major? G major can be played several different ways, right? The easiest way to play it is you're gonna put your 1st finger on the 5th string, 2nd fret, then your 2nd finger on the 6th string, 3rd fret, and then your 3rd finger is gonna go on the 1st string, 3rd fret. And you can strum all the strings, G major. Now, you might see some folks do the same exact notes, but without their 1st finger. So what does that mean? I'm gonna play my 2nd finger on the 5th string, 2nd fret, and then my 3rd finger is gonna go on the 6th string, 3rd fret, and then my pinky, if you can, get it all the way down there to the 1st string, 3rd fret. So there's some good uses for this because I can change from this chord to C or F pretty quickly if I keep it like this. If I do it the first way, well, I have to finagle a little bit to get it there. So there's still one more way to play G. You can play it with all 4 fingers, and how you do that is you use your 1st finger on the 5th string, 2nd fret. Then you're gonna use your 2nd finger on the 6th string, 3rd fret. And then here, I'm gonna put my ring finger, my 3rd finger, on the 2nd string, 3rd fret. And then my pinky is gonna go all the way down to the 1st string, 3rd fret. So I'm using all 4 fingers. That can be difficult at first. It's got a nice sound though. It's G, right? Here's a little bit of a difference, right? Here's the first way I showed you. And here's the second way. Right? Both G, a little bit different, but the easiest way is the first way I showed you. G. Now we've come to the minor chords. So here's A minor, right? So this time, instead of E major, of course I have to use E minor. So I'm gonna use my ring finger and my pinky to make E minor. And then I'm gonna bring that all the way to the 5th fret here. And you can see I bar, right? Here's my bar. And you can see here, here's still E minor. So this is A minor, turns into, right? And then another way to do it is I can take an A minor shape, right? A little confusing, but it's possible to make it as a bar chord as well. And this time I'm gonna switch that around so I have my 1st finger free. Right, so what am I doing? I have my 2nd finger on the 2nd string, 1st fret. I have my 3rd finger on the 4th string, 3rd fret. And my pinky here is on the 3rd string, 2nd fret. leaving my first finger free. And I'm going to move that all the way to the 12th fret, the double dots, and here it is, A minor. All right, so I have A minor as an A shape, and A minor as an E shape, A minor bar chord.